Hey guys, today we're gonna be watching. Good evening, today. Hey guys, tonight we're gonna be watching Los Angeles Police Chase 2024 of 2020. Let's get into it. Let's get into it now. Fuck, bam, copyright claim, bam, declare claim, bam, bam, bam. Let's get into it now.
6th Street here, working north here in the Alhambra area, now turning back to the east as we come around. LA County Sheriff's is overhead of this pursuit with 2 helicopters calling it for CHP and letting them know exactly where this guy is at. So as we continue on here, you can see through the residential track here, very high rates of speed now, clocking at about 57 miles per hour.
Clocking at
and
about 57 miles per hour.
we can put up Skyview 5 right now. Here comes Skyview 5 to show you where we're at. You can see the speed of this driver as we continue on Glendon Way here. So it's still going pretty good. He's not stopping for any stop signs, red lights, or anything of that sort. So, you know, it's really dangerous when you get into these residential tracks like this. But CHP is right behind him, trying to make that turn there as he bounces through that intersection, and working here just to the north of the 10 freeway, actually, is where we're at. Just went past the 10. So he's kind of working through these speed bumps here as you go through those intersections. Coming up to a stop sign, a big right turn here is going to take you back down towards the 10 freeway. So right now you can see a stop sign right here, right through that, and then back over the top of the 10 freeway as we work our way along here. So right now we know it's just one driver in there. We haven't seen any of the occupants of the vehicle through the sunroof as we first came on scene here, looking down to see what was going on. But we're hearing from the LA County Sheriff's, it is a reckless drunk driver is what the one is right now.
It's what the one reckless drunk driver is
as he continues on now. Here we are back on Hellman, which is on the south side of the 10th freeway.
Anything like this, and you can attest to that with that thing.
About 60 miles an hour.
He's running about.
The local
60 miles an hour.
Officers are staying out of the area. We've seen a couple of them in the area, but they're staying out of the pursuit, but just kind of monitoring the area. So when this person gets on foot, they'll be feeling in the area to be able to go into a foot pursuit. So as you see right through that intersection there, as we look in pretty tight, you can see they don't see much of anybody else in the vehicle, just that one driver. Looks like a male to me. He's coming up. It looks like he'll take the wrong side of the street here on Hellman as he works his way along. Wrong side of the street. No oncoming traffic, which is great through that intersection. Now picking up speed up to 75 to 80 miles an hour. So it's can be very bad if he gets into one of these intersections here with people are not stopping because they're on the green and he's on the red.
People are not stopping.
Could be an issue. Now turning southbound here on Del Mar Avenue. So Del Mar, now the units are just holding back. They're not really pushing him too hard because they got the air unit overhead. There's really no reason for them to push hard to get this guy moving and put themselves in harm's way.
Okay, to put themselves into harm, to put themselves into harm's way. Like Okay, air unit, LAPD, air support unit, air unit is overhead.
South on Del Mar, but then again, the CHP,
the news helicopters are right behind him.
Handle the pursuit
We're gonna
and let this guy run. They're trying to go into surveillance mode to try to keep him, you know, to slow down a little bit.
We're gonna handle the. We're gonna have to. We're gonna let us handle the pursuit. We're gonna handle the pursuit. We're gonna handle the police chase. We're gonna be handling the police chase. We're gonna handle the police.
We're continuing here on Del Mar.
We're gonna handle.
Coming down.
We're gonna handle the pursuit. Yeah, we're gonna handle the pursuit. Yeah, we're gonna handle the pursuit. So let them handle and let us do our job. Let us handle the pursuit as well. So, anyway, I don't know. Would it be like they will do a test to this, like Spike Street?
No, we don't have that information, Glenn.
Okay,
I don't want the sheriff's hat on it when they pulled him over, whether they had him stopped or not.
Pit maneuver,
but that's what they relayed to the CHP when they want to come in and take over this pursuit.
We doubt it.
That it was a reckless DUI, so
but it was a reckless DUI. He almost dreads a. He was almost dreading through a needle through that red car. He almost hit that car.
as we continue on here,
as we continue here on south on Paramount,
just using all lanes to get through. But yeah, as far as
all
what
those
happened
lanes
with
to get through.
the initial contact with this guy, whether it was a stop and they were talking to him and he jumped back in the car, or he just flat took off. I mean, who knows? Right now, we'll have to check with Temple Sheriff's. But we're coming up on the cross traffic here at this intersection. It's going to look like it'll make a turn to the west, and this is going to take him down. We're going to parallel the 60 freeway here on Neil Armstrong as we work our way through here. So it's kind of winding around the area here. This comes down to a dead end. That's going to put him into a industrial track. It looks like he'll be able to get through once he gets down to the very end here. It'll get back out over to, I believe it was Garvey or Atlantic. We'll see what he does. But this is parallel in the 60 freeway on the north side. So
and he's heading towards
right now
the 60
it's anybody's guess where it's going to end up. But we're in the Montebello area, as you see, working our way along the 60 freeway. Going up there, you step on the brakes. There, CHP are way behind him. They're a couple streets behind. They just popped right back into the scene. Looked down there for a second. They were back, and then they got around traffic. So now we're coming up to that area where it's like a driveway I was speaking about. Kind of blocked him off, and now there you go around the corner.
Turning right.
And going to go through this parking lot of this, looks like a Costco.
Right.
And as he worked their way around here, this is where CHP might get a chance to do a pit into the parking lot, the Costco. As you continue around, see what he does when he gets in here. A lot of people on foot, as you well know, in Costco. A lot of people are sharking for parking spots and none available. So we'll see how he navigates his way through this parking lot, but now coming back out towards the gas station, working back down towards Home Depot. And you see that CHP officer kind of got up there. Looked like he was going to try to take him around, but there's just too many people.
They were going to try to
traffic in this parking lot
do a pit maneuver, not working.
If they do it, they're going to be very careful with how they handle this. But there he goes. He tried it right there, but the problem is you got cars around him, and that's one of the things a officer has to watch out for. When he does the pit maneuver, he has to make sure that he doesn't send that car out of control into a motorist here.
Make sure he
Now
doesn't
here's a good spot
send
as he
a
gets
car
out back onto
out of control.
Neil Armstrong, going back the opposite direction.
He's getting back onto Neil. He's getting back onto
Neil
like
Armstrong. We have not heard if they said that they authorized a pit maneuver, but CHP is usually pretty aggressive with that.
A pit maneuver
or a spike strip
or a roadblock. I don't know.
Push along. It's going to take you back down towards the 60 freeway. You see he's kind of on the brakes here, kind of going slow because he's trapped up forward, and because there's too many cars ahead of him, he just didn't want to get stuck in behind some stuck traffic. So kind of working his way through here. So right now we're just going to keep an eye on him as we continue on eastbound Neil Armstrong back towards Del Mar.
And they've been chasing that suspect for the last, went on for now, maybe the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. Yeah, they've been chasing that guy, they've been chasing that suspect for the last.
We don't know what his impairment is. Is it alcohol, drugs? Is it, was he just
chasing
driving
that guy
crazy?
for the past
What was he doing that caused the LA County Sheriff's to look into
10 to 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This chase been going on for the last.
Paramount Boulevard, he just went through.
Maybe the last.
Yeah, it looks like
10 to 15 minutes or so.
See which way it goes. It looks like we're taking
and they see the driver weaving in and out of the lane, slowing at a high rate of speed. Again, this has been going on for the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. And then, yeah, it's been going on for the last, at least for the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. Going on for the last
like I said, it could
10
be
to 15 minutes.
It could be drugs, it could be alcohol.
Okay, this chase been going on again for the last.
Again,
it's chasing going on for the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. Yeah, it's been going on for the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. And they seen the driver picking up speed on the 60 freeway.
The impairment, and right now CHP is going to keep behind him and try to figure out a way to get him stopped.
It's been going on for the last 10 to 15 minutes or so. And they seen the driver going at a high rate of speed, weaving in and out of lane, high rate of speeds and service speeds earlier on.
He's definitely trying to get this guy spun out and pitted so he can get it to an end. But now we're going to be traveling on the westbound 60, and we're around 70 miles an hour. So with the flow of traffic, CHP is going to track him with their helicopter.
They're tracking him with their
helicopter. Taking over for the LA County Sheriff's. and now it's solely a CHP pursuit. And what they do here is they now go into their round robin. What CHP will do is they'll hand this off to different offices of the CHP. Now we're getting off the freeway here. We'll see what he does. He gets to the bottom, going over the top. Garfield, he went over the top of, is going to make a kind of a turn around to the right. As he comes off the off-ramp, we'll see what he does here. Oh, he continued on. Sorry, I thought he jumped on that little ramp there, but he kind of paralleled the freeway. As we see here, we're just off the side of the freeway here. I thought sure he was going to make that right turn all the way around, but he got over the side of the freeway and making his turn back here to the south, going to come back underneath the freeway. And as we come down here, you see a lot of cross traffic as he pops off from underneath the freeway. Everybody's stopping because they hear the sirens, and now we're going to come back to the east here on Via Campo, which is going to parallel the freeway here right along the 60 on the south side of it as we work our way along. So he's kind of hanging in the same area here. I know we always talk about once they start making these circles and work their ways around the same area that people are looking to find a place to jump out and run. Sometimes that's accurate. We'll have people that will get into a friendly neighborhood to have a place to hide, and they'll bail out and jump into a friendly house or something of that sort. But right now, we don't know exactly what's in this guy's mind. We never do, and that's why they have to follow him, because they have no idea where he's going or what he's going to do. Now we're getting back on the eastbound 60 freeway here, continuing on from, I believe that was Paramount or Garfield. And so as you see, when he hits the freeway, he picks up speed going along. But luckily, we've only had a few near misses. I mean, to where he's gotten very close to other drivers, and the problem is that could change in a heartbeat as he goes through an intersection. So I get kind of relieved once I see him get up on the freeway, because that takes away some of the cross traffic, some of the issues with pedestrians, or most of the issues with pedestrians. So we just want to make sure that
we just want to make
he
sure
doesn't hurt anybody.
He doesn't hurt anybody.
CHP's goal is in these pursuits safely and conduct them safely, and that's one of the reasons why the LA County Sheriff's bailed off it when it was on surface streets running at such a high rate of speed.
Or bring it to an end, or box that car in.
Just cruise along like it's a Sunday afternoon cruise here on the westbound eastbound 60 freeway, and through the Montebello area, coming up on Paramount,
Montebello
as you see
area.
from Skyview 5. So once again, the pursuit is going to get back up on the freeway, and we're continue to the east here. We'll see where we end up a little further to the east.
This chase has been going on for the past 20 minutes, or so, since the chase started.
Yeah, he's been staying pretty close to it. CHP, they very rarely will go into a surveillance mode. It's really got to be crazy on surface streets before they will bail out on it, because they can stay with it a little bit easier, and they have a different pursuit policy than what the LA County Sheriff's has. LA County Sheriff's is real quick to cancel pursuits. But CHP, once they're on, they normally don't give up unless it gets completely wild. And that's what you're seeing here. And yes, surveillance mode is what they get into when they decide just to let the helicopter follow it, let the ground units drop back a bit to where they are not pushing the driver along. And so right now it's an active pursuit, but they do have that available if they desire it, or if the watch commander who's monitoring the pursuit decides that it's getting a little too crazy, a little too dangerous, they will then let the air unit follow it. But in my past experiences with pursuits, the surveillance mode doesn't always work. In fact, I've very rarely seen it work to where they just slow down and pull over and stop. I mean, normally they took off for a reason, and even though the helicopters, we hold back and try to stay out of his view to where he doesn't know we're here, they still will just continue driving like heck, going down these freeways and down the surface streets, even though they're not being chased. I mean, I had one day, we chased him for 45 minutes at a very high altitude, not a helicopter, a police helicopter,
and they've been chasing him
police car around, and the guy never stopped. He just go on wrong side of the streets, running people off the road. So finally, local PD came back and got involved and be able to get back involved and stop. And now we're getting off the 60 freeway here in Rosemead. See which way he goes when he comes around. It's kind of a big sweeper. Here, it looks like he's going to commit here unless he makes a left. And could make left TV5 right here.
We're close
as he comes up the intersection here at Rosemead to see if he's going to take south or north. He's kind of stopped at this thing. He's going to push through the red light.
20 to 25
and going to
minutes
continue north on
since the
Rosemead
police
here.
started
So
this chase.
this will take us up at, we're now
And this
into
chase
the
been
El
going on
Monte area.
for about
Working
25
our
minutes
way
or so
back
since the
northbound
chase
Rosemead
started.
as we
It
continue
began
falling back over the 60.
in the area where Florence and Rosemead, I don't know,
He's past the freeway.
maybe Rosemead,
So as we continue on here northbound
or
on Rosemead
anything.
at just about 77 miles an hour.
He's just about 77 miles an hour. And they've been on the run. He's been on the run for the past 20 to 30 minutes or so. As well, since the chase started. Yeah, since the police started the chase, And they're close to 45 minutes. They're close to 45 minutes into the pursuit. They've been following that vehicle for close to 45 minutes or so, and they've been chasing him around now for about 45 minutes or so since the chase started. Going at a high rate of speed, weaving in and out. Let's listen.
Cross traffic. Yeah, exactly. And now we're coming up to the 10 freeway, and as you were saying, Lou, yeah, those speeds, you watch him and he gets through these little curves, kind of wobbles as he goes around those curves, so that kind of gives you an idea how well he's not handling this car, and the impairment might be part of that, but he looks like he passed the eastbound
he just passed the eastbound 10 freeway.
Now we're going underneath the 10.
They're going underneath the 10.
As we work our way northbound here on Rosemead. Yeah, it's this guy is really pushing his luck here through some of these intersections, coming up on a area here that's blocked by trees from our side. As we work our way through this intersection. CHP has got to get this thing stopped eventually, and hopefully they'll be able to work with their allied agency up here in El Monte to be able to get spike strip down. But normally, an interesting thing with CHP is once they take over a pursuit, they don't want the local area to get involved. They want it to be a pure CHP pursuit, and they will back off and get out if the agency gets involved. They don't like to combine forces because of the difference in policies and procedures on pursuits. But they have before asked units to, if they can get the local area to put out a spike strip. But we haven't heard that at all at this thing here. Now he's making the eastbound turn here on Guess Street and coming to a stop, it looks like, I hope. We'll see what happens here as he starts here. He's kind of slow, kind of looking around. Now we might be in that situation where he's in an area where he either lives or he's got a place in mind where he wants to get out.
Okay, as well, while you're watching this, maybe the signal kept freezing.
And they're letting him run through this area here. They're just paralleling now, so we're in a surveillance mode. And so coming up on, let's see, Temple City Boulevard, pushing out there. Oh man, right around that car and almost got that black truck. And so here we go now here on Temple City Boulevard.
So as we
continue around,
towards
And
Ellis
coming in here, 5's going to shoot right between you guys and pull it
Ellis
behind you.
Lane,
As
Ellis
I
Lane,
work on with the other media ships down here, flying over this with the CHP, working our way down here on Temple City Boulevard. Abilene is where we went through as we work southbound back towards that 10 freeway. We're in El Monte, just to the east or west of the El Monte Airport. As he takes the wrong side of the street, they're going through that intersection. Now back on to Valley Boulevard. We've been on this street several times.
They've been on the street several times.
Continue on here eastbound on Valley Boulevard. We've been on Valley Boulevard a couple times during this pursuit. And so he seems to be weaving in. Oh man, that was a quick turn.
Several times.
Quick turn there to the left as he comes back northbound on Roland.
Numerous times.
And so we work our way through here.
So many
He's
times.
kind of slowing down. CHP units are not even close to him. They're not even on the street. They're staying out on
He's been on the run for
majors
about
and just kind of
45
working his way along. So hopefully he just pulls over, and we'll just have to see what happens here
on the run for the past
as we continue up here, coming up
45 minutes
to I think this is Santa. No, it's not Santa Anita. Baldwin Avenue now, turning.
I'll let you listen. Let's listen.
South on Baldwin Avenue. And yeah, we've been on. Whereas we were back on Valley here. Wow, that was a turn. Blew through the red light, made a quick right, then a left to get around traffic, and then back on Valley. Yeah, we stayed pretty much on Valley, and then worked back and forth. And this is the furthest east we've gone so far here in El Monte as he works on Valley. And once again, they're in surveillance mode now with CHP. Let it go because it was going a little bit too much. But here he goes, another turn here into a residential tract, and we're just going to keep an eye on him as he comes through here. And hopefully he'll find friendly ground, get out, run into a house, and end this thing before he hits somebody. But coming up to the intersection here on Rose Avenue, making the turn here on Velma. And then, so just kind of weaving the area here in the El Monte area. You know, he does those little turns at the streets. That's just to get through the speed bumps that are there where the drainage goes across. And he's working his way down, coming back to the north. And so he's kind of working around those bumps as he goes through there. His speeds are pretty high at times, up to 50 miles an hour now. Gonna hit the train tracks there, 5 Scotcha. And as we work our way now north on Arden, and this will take us back up into the area west of the El Monte Airport here. So it's just a run by himself. Only the CHP helicopter is overhead, and now he's on the brakes, making a turn, looks like into an abandoned parking lot here, right off of Arden in the area of, looks like Marsden Street. So this is an abandoned parking lot, abandoned building. Now he's going to come back out, make a U-turn here. Yeah, so hopefully he gets out and runs. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, he's not going to do that. And there's no CHP units anywhere around it to block him in, if that's what viewers are thinking at this point. They're not going to be able to stop him. There's one unit now coming up, probably about a quarter mile away, and here he comes back out onto, let's see, Arden. Yeah, that's random. Unless he just missed that turn. Now this is a dead end. He just put himself in a trap. He's not going to be able to get out of here. The CHP unit is coming up. Looks like he might be able to block that intersection. He's going to the back of this little business area. Now, this is a problem here. Now you have people who have no idea what's going on. This guy's pulling into their driveways, coming to the back. Now he makes that turn. There's nowhere to go. That's a dead end. So going to catch a parking spot here. Oh, did he? No, he didn't hit that car. And hits a parking spot. Maybe going to do a quick wide turn. And the CHP unit's in the parking lot now. And we'll see what happens here, because they're going to go head on here. And it's up. No, CHP being told by his unit to hold back. And he's staying out of the way. Now, he looks like he's kind of maneuvering here. And so now it's a matter of time for the rest of those CHP units to arrive, and they're able to take this. Now, the suspect is parking underneath the overhang there. I think he's probably thinking, well, if I get under here, they'll stop chasing me because they can't see me. Well, that's farther from the truth you can be. And then right now, here comes the CHP unit, going to pull in right in front of him. And there he is, out of the car. CHP unit is out in front of him. We'll see what happens here. Hands up. He's walking out towards.
Okay, walking out towards the officers.
Yeah. Up to the north, which will probably be my luck. But we'll get down. Okay, looks like he's laid down and complying. So great ending to this pursuit that could have ended much, much worse. But single CHP officer here. If you notice on the top of that unit, K9. So I guarantee you, being a former K9 unit myself, his partner in there is making his presence give up the idea of running it. So you see here, single CHP officer casually taking him into custody. We have one trooper, one dog. Usually it'll take care of the problem. So as we kind of continue to watch here, it looks like he has him well in position. 5's got 9. Here, it looks like he's just going to pick him up. The only problem is I don't
they're
believe
going to take him
into
into custody, and they're taking him
into
into
custody.
custody.
For the transport, we're going to be
Yeah,
here a
they're
while.
taking
It
him
looks like
into
the
police.
suspect doing
They're
the right
taking
thing,
him into police
complying,
custody.
and
He's doing the right thing. Suspect is going into custody. He's going into police. He's going into. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
He's going
putting
into.
everybody
He's going
in
into
harm's
police.
way and doing
He's
things the
going
way he's
into.
been doing.
He is
But,
going into
and this
police
is how
custody.
you handle it. And just give up. Do what the officer tells you to do. Everything
And
will
now
end
he's
up
giving
fine.
up. And
And
now
right now, it looks like it's going to end up like this. The CHP officer waiting for his backup to come and help him out here with his suspect. But a good ending to a very long pursuit. We've been on it now for about 50 minutes, ending here in El Monte.
And they've been in here, and that is the vehicle that the police were chasing for about 50 minutes or so. For about 50 minutes. For about 50 minute chase.
Roger.
And now he is in police. Now he is in police custody. He is going into police custody. He is going into police custody. And now he is going into custody. He is taken into police custody. He is taken into police custody. He is taken into police custody. And now the chase ended. And now, okay. Anyways, thanks for watching. And check out this video pops up here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later on tonight. In about probably about a few minutes. So, thanks for watching. Bye guys. No.